Good morning, dear students. You are welcome to our home reading lesson. The title of the lesson is The Boy Next Door by L. Baker. This video lesson is prepared by the teacher of special disciplines of the English language of Mangistau Humanitarian College, named after Morunjrau Zengerbek Ulu. As you know, home reading lesson is related to the literature, and one of the genre of the literature is short story. Short story is a piece of prose fiction that typically can be read in one sitting and focuses on a self-contained incident with the intent of evoking a single effect or mood. Let's acquaint it with the objectives of the lesson. Introducing and practicing new vocabulary, developing reading skills, prediction, scheming, inferring, to provide students with the practice in summarizing and retelling. Stephen L. Baker. Stephen L. Baker is an American journalist, non-fiction author, and novelist. He wrote for Business Week for 23 years from the United States, Europe, and Latin America. His first non-fiction book, The Numerate, published in 2008, discussed the rise of the data economy. Themes concerning data have marked much of his subsequent work, including his futuristic novel, The Boost. Students, let's watch video. By watching this video, I hope that you will guess the moral theme of today's short story.
Once upon a time, a very thirsty ant was drinking water from the river. Suddenly, the ant lost his balance and fell into the river water. "Help! Help! Help!" cried the ant, but no one could hear his cries. A dove, sitting on a tree nearby, saw that the ant was in trouble. She quickly plucked off a leaf from the tree and dropped it into the water. "Help!" The ant climbed on the leaf. He thanked the dove for saving his life. After a few days, the dove was sitting on a tree. The ant saw a hunter aiming his arrow at the dove. The ant knew that his friend the dove was in danger. He quickly bit the hunter's leg. The hunter cried in pain. "Ouch!" The hunter's arrow missed the dove. This time, the ant saved the dove. The dove thanked the ant for saving her life, and they became friends forever. Moral of the story: one good deed deserves another.
You clarify the main meaning of the tale, and the main aim of the tale is the friendship. We know that friends are very important in our life. I think we cannot live without our friends. The most important thing for being good friends is to be ready to help one another in any situation. Nevertheless, how difficult it is to support one another and to solve all the problems together. And never mind that the friends may have different interests and hobbies, different likes and dislikes. And now, they say that the friend in need is a friend indeed, and it is really so. And now it's vocabulary time. Please listen to me attentively for the reading of new words and word combinations. Almost grow up, почти взрослая, бойжетіп қалған. Dropped her ice cream, уронила мороженое. Балмұздағын түсіріп алды. Didn't mean anything to me. Ничего для меня не значил. Маған ол әсерлі болмады. She did it on purpose. Сделала это нарочно. Оны әдейі жасады. Without asking for permission. Не спросив разрешения, рұқсат сұрамай. Looking foolish. С глупым видом. Ақмақ жүзімен. Threw myself on my bed. Бросилась на кровать. Төсекке құлады. I've got a terrible headache. У меня ужасно болит голова. Менің басым қатты ауырып тұр. A dozen other reasons. Тысячи других причин. Мың себептер. Give me strength. Придавали мне смелости. Маған күш берді. Students, you just now was acquainted with new words from this story. The title of the story is The Boy Next Door. Let's read this story very attentively. You may put the video on the pause and read it, please. Dear students, I hope that you mentioned and noticed the beautiful, vivid, emotional, coloring language of the author. You have understood the main content of this short story, and let's answer to the questions. Describe Mary Ann and give character sketches of this personage. Why did she come to Springdale? How did she get acquainted with Sladen Morris? What happened after Sladen's conversation with Mary Ann? Who was invited to the party? How did Betsy prepare for it? Why was the party uninteresting? Think about it, please. What happened in the evening? Betsy was good at swimming, was not she? Why could not she get out of the water? Who came to Betsy's rescue? Think about it and try to answer. Why was Mary Ann annoyed? What did Sladen suggest? Answer, please. What made Betsy's life interesting and beautiful again? Dear students, I hope that you write down all the questions and the answer to the questions. Please, our next task, true or false statement. The first, Sladen Morris has grown very tall now, and all the girls think he is wonderful. True or false? Second, Betsy had to take care of him just as she felt towards Jimmy, her little brother. True or false? Third, Mary Ann was a clever and kind country girl. Define, please, true or false? The fourth statement, I knew that the party would be a mistake with Mary Ann among guests, but it was sister's favorite subject. Define, please, true or false? The fifth statement, Betsy's dress was very beautiful compared with the clouds of red chiffon that hang on Mary Ann's shoulders and swarm around her. Define, please, true or false? The sixth statement, all of them, the wet and the dry, got into the cars. Sladen put his coat around Mary and took her home. Please define this statement, true or false? Students, you are so smart, and let's do our next task. Make up situations based on the story The Boy Next Door, using the following word combinations and structural patterns. To catch, get a glimpse of somebody. To be accustomed to, used to grope for words, to be sure of oneself, to turn up one's nose at something, to make sure, to turn over a new leaf, to turn up, not to turn a hair, to be hurt to find, for sure, to feel rather hurt without doing something. There is not a must have done. Now that. I hope that you will make the sentences and use these word combinations and structural patterns. Good luck for you, students. And now it's time for homework. Your homework for the next lesson will be learn the new words and the word combinations from the story, write a brief summary of the story, and I hope that you will pay attention to the outline of this story. Betsy makes up mind to save Sladen Morris from Mary Ann. Betsy fails to protect Sladen Morris from Mary Ann. Betsy's mother suggests a party, and so Betsy is not happy about it with Mary Ann around. She agrees. Mary Ann turns up her nose at everything at the party and spoils everyone's mood. Betsy falls into a swimming pool to the extreme delight of Mary Ann. Betsy is saved and gets her revenge. Sladen Morris finds the chaos for Betsy and offers the girl his protection. I hope that you may include all these sentences and pay attention to the outline of this story. Good luck for you, students. Goodbye, students. You work very well for today. Stay home, take care, and wear a face mask.